Welcome to Living Chassidus. Together, let's live the Chassidus we learn.
Morning, everybody, and welcome to Chassidus in the Morning. 15 minutes to change our lives. Morning of Pasha Vayeishev. Yeah, let's get straight into it. Okay, so the connection of the pasuk, in connection with the pasuk, this is Pasha, the first pasuk. Vayeishev Yaakov Bereshit Yaraviv as Canaan, and Yaakov dwelled in the land of his forefathers in the land of Canaan. So the Rav Magid, he explains, Vayeishev Yaakov means that what literally means Yaakov dwelled. That Yaakov kava Moshav, he set himself a dwelling place. For Aretz in the land, Archius, like in the land, like the dirt, so to speak. And he's going to explain. My daughter says, so why did Yaakov do this? Kadei laket migure milashon oige kut. He did it like it's called, like from the pasuk milashon oige kut. He lays in stores, meaning he's sort of storing things up. As netzutz is a kedusha, the holy sparks, and in time with the v'amagashon, it's found in the physical things. And to raise him up, he's found in heaven. I mean, just like a person, the pasuk is talking about, like in the summertime, they store up all the good stuff for the winter. And so too, what we're saying is that he was working in that Yaakov is in the land. He was here with the Vart, with the idea of refining the sparks and bringing them up to God. It's like, you're saving up your store, you're working in the summer to save up to harvest all the good produce. Even though the problem is that this means that he has a descent. He's hanging out in the artius, the physical things, even though that's what he's doing, so he's going down a level, but ain't ella. This is only for a little bit of time. Why? Like the surface aliyah, because only through this he can get to a high level. Meaning, yeah, it's true, he's going down to this land and he has to do with the land, but what is he doing for? Is to refine all the sparks. This is the intent and the condition of the pasuk. Be'eretz Canaan, the land of Canaan. What does Canaan mean? It literally means the land, but there's the land called Canaan. But in a deeper sense, it means Canaan, who melashon mechasem, like a businessman, commercial. Like I said, Hashem. Like it says, the Canaan won't be any more in the house of Hashem. V'hanoheg b'mischar, who and someone who works in business, what does he do? Like selling stuff. Stuff, and first you have to put out money to buy all the produce, buy all the clothing. You cannot to gain after this. Like it says in the pasuk, someone gives generously, and in the end he gets more. So the way the business works, in general, you have to invest, and then hopefully your investment pays off when you make more money. Versus not investing and not making any money. Yeah, so it's simple. It's a simple part. The Rav Magid says, "What's this part? The Yaakov goes back to the land of Canaan, to his hands of the forefathers." They're saying that Yaakov is going down into the world, which means that he has to go and he has to be in this physical world, and which is a descent in a certain sense for the neshama, in spiritual terms, but it's in order that he can mevar the tzitzis. There's something that can be done, just like in going to business, you have to put out money in order to get money. You have to go down to this world, the neshama, in order to gain. And that's what we're saying. And the Rebbe goes straight to the Hira. Base. Ha-Hira mizes. What's the lesson from this? What can we learn from this? Not necessarily does a Yid have to go after holy, very high, lofty levels. His job, a Jew's job, has to only be to refine and to raise up as Nitzutzis HaKedusha and the holy spots that are found in the Gashmis. Meaning it doesn't, we don't have to necessarily say to ourselves, what he's saying, I have to say to myself, I got to be davening now and I got to be learning now. We have to recognize that we can refine the world and make a dear Baruch in the Gashmis. We can do it. Meaning it doesn't have to be just in the spirituality, it has to be in the physicality. It doesn't have to be just in the base medrash and in the Shabbos meal. Like we talked about last week, about buying nice clothes for Shabbos. That's not what we're saying here. Buy nice clothes, you look like a man should also during the week. We should look amazing. Not to show off, of course, but as representatives of the Eibishter of God, we should look presentable. So why do we go into the physicality? Aviv. Aviv, Shashamayim, to our father. Like we said in the Apostle, Vayeishev, Yaakov, Be'eret, Be'gur, Aviv, in the line of his father, meaning we're doing everything for the father, for Hashem. Yisrael, Nimshalu, Lidivera. We're like a bird. Madivera, Kol Mashem, Sagelas, Edom, Sagelas, Elo, Balabais. Whatever she does it for the house. Kach is also to the Yid. What we do is for Hashem. Not to get a reward. The Gash of Baruch is whether physical or spiritual. That's not why we're doing it. We do it for our Father in heaven. That's like in the pasuk that the Yaakov is back in the Father's house, meaning all this work we do, it doesn't have to be a high spiritual thing, but simple, artious, gashmistic things. And why we're doing it, to raise it up to when we eat, that can be a holy experience. It doesn't have to be when we're davening and learning or lighting Shabbos candles or having a Shabbos meal, but when we're in the physicality, when we eat, when we hang out with our kids, when we play, we do the homework, all the, we're cooking, we're cleaning, all this can be a holy experience. That's what we're saying. We can elevate it to our Father in heaven. Not doing it just because we're going to get a reward, but doing it because we want to give it to our Father. That's what he needs. That's what he wants. But like yearly, to get to this level, but not to get this level that you're doing these mitzvahs, not for any side ulterior motive. That's really the simple things. Why? Because when you're talking about high levels, deep ideas, essential ulterior motives. In order that our work should be, so to speak, clean, the left is without any ulterior motives. Meaning, they're saying something very interesting. Saying when we do something, and we're trying to do something altruistically, not for ulterior motives. It's much easier to get caught up with ulterior motives when it's something on a higher level. Why? Because it might feel good. It's like it's a schmack, Whereas when it comes to something simple, like a simple thing, it's like in the home. What do you want to do? It's like when you have to do something. I want to clean wash the floor, or do I want to make the cake? Yeah, everyone wants to make the cake. It's much more exciting, enjoyable. Washing the floor is not so geschmack. But that's sort of the milo washing the floor. When you're washing the floor, you're not washing the floor for any milo. You're washing it because this is what I'm meant to be doing. And so to what we're saying here. When it comes to doing things, specifically when it comes to doing this, the non-spiritually exciting, the simplistic mitzvah, simplistic ideas of connecting to Hashem, that's when we can do it. That's when we have a lot more certainty that it's not the ulterior motive. When it comes to davening, learning, everyone wants to daven, So it's like you go to Shul, or whoever goes to Shul and have like a bringing after. So everyone wants to be davening and learning Bavodah when it's time to set up the Kiddush. But the real connection is when you make the Kiddush. When you come, you sit there and you stop your davening, stop your learning, and everyone wants to do their own thing. But that is with ulterior motives. When it comes to the simple, doing the simplest things, it's not ulterior motives. And this is sort of a challenge, but especially like, let's say a lady gets married and she has kids, Baruch Hashem, but then suddenly she can't go to shul anymore. And if she say herb, and it's a whole weird dynamic. What's interesting about it, what we're saying is, that's exactly the point. And when the mother stays home to take care of her kids, there's no ulterior motives because she wants to go to shul. But when you're going to shul, that could be ulterior motives. I want to go to shul. I want to have this experience. Whereas when you're at home taking care of the kids, show up for Hashem. And this is the milah that we have. And this is where you can really, the Vayeishev, like the Apostle Yaakov, the Yaakov goes to Eretz Canaan, down Davka in the Gashis, and specifically over there, staying at home on Shabbos and hanging out with the kids and not having the inspirational, enjoyable davening that you have in shul. Being with the kids and having a 5-minute davening between kids' naps, and you try to take a nap, try to set up the Shabbos table and things like this. That's where you have it. And what are you doing for the Tzutzis to Kedusha, the holy sparks that can be brought through this and through having that Shabbos? Meaning, who says? And if anything, we're saying the opposite. What's higher? You can ask it this day. What's greater? A husband going to shul and davening, or a mother staying at home, taking care of the kids, and setting up the Shabbos table with the guests, and having a 5-minute davening and all that experience together with that? Which one is higher? So clearly what we're saying is, for sure, we're not saying the husband shouldn't go and daven. His job is to daven and influence and have a good davening so you can come home and shed inspiration and transform the house in that way. But what we're saying is, in the Sikha, we're showing is that when she's at home doing her thing, it's for sure without paniyas. It's sure there's no ulterior motives. She's doing it altruistically, and that is more precious in a certain sense, and it's much greater, and it brings out the sparks of kedusha in a much greater way. In a certain sense, what we're saying, than his davening, for the simple reason, like we were saying, because there's no paniyas, there's no ulterior motives, because essentially she much rather be in shul having a good time, easy. Let someone else set up the table, take care of the kids, and I'll go daven. Much easier. So it's hers much more altruistic. Like the Frierdiker said, the simplicity of the simple people, connects with the simplicity of Atzmas, simplicity of Hashem's essence. The Kakam should do with us. Pshittus, Avodas, and Yonim Pshutim, the simplicity of the simple Avodas, simple things, connects with the essential simplicity. Meaning it's a beautiful part. Meaning like this. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah. That ulterior that the Frierdiker was saying that the simple people, because of the simplicity, connects to the essence of Atzmas, Hashem's essence. Now, seemingly you'd say, 1 second, who's going to connect more to Hashem's Atzmas? Someone that's a Baal Madrega, he knows a lot, he thinks a lot, they're more connected. Or someone that's so simple, doesn't know anything, barely knows how to daven, how to learn. Or in the case of a woman doesn't have time to daven or learn, busy taking care of the kids. Who connects more to Hashem? The husband in shul and the davening and learning, and goes to shul, he goes to chassidus, and then he davening and he comes home all inspired, and he comes with inspiration. Or the mother taking care of her kids. Seemingly you'd say it's the husband, but what the Frierdiker is saying, it's the simplicity of the mother staying home that reaches the simplicity of Hashem himself. And of course, it doesn't mean that the husband shouldn't be in shul. And if he wants to be really connected, he has to come and stay home. He has his job to do. What we're showing is, there's two sides of the coin. What we're showing is that a mother should never think to herself, because she's staying at home, taking care of her kids, she's like a second-class citizen. Because what we're saying is, in a certain sense, she reaches a deeper level, a much greater level. The pshittus, the atzmos, is the simplicity of Hashem's essence, which is a huge level, and that happens to the simplest people because of that simplicity, because she does it without ulterior motives. So we should learn to see everything in its true light, and things that we might seem as negative could actually be very positive, and what we think is on a lower level is actually on a higher level, and we should connect and tap into this. Thank you very much, and have a great day.